Hello readers, welcome to my channel. Today I am here. Welcome also to my desk. I am here because I want to organize my bookish / reading life. Why? How? Well, ever since I got into booktube, I've gotten a ton of recommendations. I've also been following people on Instagram or Bookstagram, Twitter, watching blogs, watching people's favorite videos, all of that stuff. My list of wish lists has been growing really exponentially, making it really crazy. So I kind of want to just organize my life in different ways. For example, I have a list of things that I want to do and that I want to organize. The first one is my physical TBR. So I will be going through my bookshelves and just taking all of the TBR books that I have there. I don't know how many I have. I do like to keep a really big selection because you never know what you're gonna be in the mood for. So after I'm finishing a book, I don't know how I'm gonna be feeling. I don't know what I'm gonna be gravitating towards. So I do like to have a big selection of books that I can just go ahead and pick up, but I do want to give that a bit of a preference, because I do want to, if I'm buying the books, I do want to be able to be reading them. So that's the first thing that I want to go through. The second thing is my wish list. Like I said, it's a big one and it's been going on for years. I feel like I don't think I will be able in my whole life to read every single book that I have on my wish list. So I do want to prioritize and just check everything that I want. See, I don't want to create a TBR for the whole year, schedule all of the books that I need to buy and all the books that I need to read, because again, I don't work like that. I'm not that kind of reader. So the idea is just go to, I have my book wish list everywhere. I have one on Book Depository, and that is divided in 1 million of them. So I want to take all of those books out of there and just make a list. I have booktube screenshots. Whenever I'm watching a video and I feel like I want to read that book, I will just take a screenshot. Obviously on Goodreads I have a wish list. I have a reading journal that I don't use as much as I should. And then I want to make a list of the books that I've already read but I do not own as a physical copy, because that's my favorite way of reading, and I would love to just look at my bookshelves and be able to see all of the books that I've read. That would be really cool. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go and purchase them all, but having that list there for whenever I can actually buy the books would be really nice, and just organize. And then, believe it or not, the way that I found out about books was through Pinterest. Is that weird? Yeah, before I found booktube, that's the way I got my book recommendations. So I would go to through Pinterest and just there are a lot of blogs that put their I don't know, just winter recommendations, or the best historical fiction of 2000 and whatever. So I do have a lot of those in a little Pinterest board that I want to go through all of those and see which ones I actually want to read and add them to my wish list. Then I have to go into my bookshelves on Goodreads and organize all of that, my wish list, my TBR, the ones that I have as an audiobook. I would like to actually, I don't know if I'll have time to do this, but I will actually go through my wish list and then through the subscriptions that I already have, Subscript, Storytel, all of those, and then just be able to see if I can read from there, or if I actually want to get a physical copy of the book, all of that. Just get organized with all of the books that I want, basically, because every single time that I go into a bookshop, I cannot go right now, but when I go into a bookshop, I just pick the books that are there, and maybe that's why my TBR is growing so badly, because I definitely need to pick and buy my books, I think, smarter, in a way that I know that I really will enjoy the books, that I really will have them on my bookshelf because I like them, because I love them, and because one day I may be rereading them. So that's the idea of this sort of video. So yeah, we're gonna go through it all together and hopefully give you some ideas on if you want to, organize your bookish life or your reading life as well. You totally can. So I don't know how long this is gonna take, but I have so much to go through, so let's get started with the actual physical books that I need to read. These are my physical books. I have 2 bookshelves, and I do have, thankfully, some room to grow, which is really nice, but I will just be taking all of the TBRs. So wish me luck. I do want to reorganize my bookshelf completely, but I think that would be for another video. Books, and I have these huge 2 tomes. These are Kafka, I guess like most well known. I've obviously read Metamorphosis, and I have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other 5 novels, yeah, of his in here that I have not read, that I would actually like to. So that would be, it was 24, 29, and this is one of the reasons why I haven't read this, because it's huge, and you cannot really, like, how am I supposed to read this? But yeah, this is Scott Fitzgerald. You know, I've obviously read The Great Gatsby, but I have not read, it's got another 3 books in here that I do want to read, so that would make that 29 and 32 books on my TBR. Yay! I already have a TBR shelf, but I don't use this anymore, so I guess I'm just gonna have to update this. I do really have to just organize Goodreads. I think that's what I'm gonna be using, because I have some here, but I've already read them, a ton of these. I'm just gonna remove them. So this is definitely not right. I guess I'm just gonna jot down the books, and then I'm gonna have to go into Goodreads and just like clean everything up and start all over with that. Yay! Welcome to my desk again. It's gonna be tricky to show you what I'm doing. So I don't know, maybe I will record the screen so that you can see and figure it out. But this is my Goodreads page. You should totally follow me. No, don't just like click the follow button. Please add me as a friend, because I would love to see what you're reading. That's so much fun. So I'm just gonna go ahead into my books, and I'm gonna add that in my TBR, and then I'm gonna get started with my wish list. Wish me luck with that. I am done with my TBR on Goodreads. It ended up being 44 books. I actually forgot I have some books that I borrowed to some people that I haven't read, and then I think I missed some of the small like science type of books that I already had there, so that was really great. But I actually used my iPad instead of the laptop, because I found that it was a pain in the ass to remove books from the web page. It was easier on the app. So if you're planning to do this, the app works faster and better. It would be more efficient to do it on your phone or iPad, or if you can download the app, I don't know if you can do that in your laptop, I would recommend that immensely, instead of trying to do it there because it takes a little bit more time. So yeah, I am done with that. And now I think the hard part will be the wish list. I think I'm gonna get started with looking at my bookshelves and see, because I'm missing books to finish like a series that I want to read. So yeah, if I'm missing some books to complete a series, I think those are gonna be priorities because I want to finish some of those and I do not have the books, so I think that would be the wisest thing to do. So I think I'm just gonna create like another bookshelf on Goodreads. Okay, so I moved my bed because I think this actually will be a really long process. I have a little notebook here to write any info if I need to, the books that I want to look up, all of that. Like, I'm just gonna take, I think, the whole afternoon to check all of the books that I want to read. I think I can do it everything in my iPad. If not, I can also use my phone to look at other info so that I can have like 2 screens or 2 sources to figure this out. And I'm gonna be creating different wish lists in Goodreads as well. I think I'm gonna have like a classics wish list, and then here's the thing, I would like to have a little list of authors that I would like to read from, but you cannot do that on Goodreads, so maybe I'll have to just put that on like a different list or something, which is why I have this ready to go. So yeah, it's gonna be a tedious task, but I think I can manage it. I hope I can. I don't know if this was a good idea, but you know what, I was also thinking that if I do this, I can also organize myself with my money. Like, I can actually make a budget and see, like, you know what, this is the stuff that I'm missing from my bookshelf, this is the classics that I really need to read that I don't have there, and then see like how many books do I really need to buy every single month, and then I can just create a little budget for myself, like how much am I allowed to spend on books every single month, because it can get really insane, the amount of books that you want to like buy. And again, like I said, I normally just go into the bookshop and just get like anything that I want. Obviously I'm not like, I don't go ahead and get like every single book there, but you know, I just like see what they have, and I do have like a really small selection. I was really excited because they just opened a bookshop near where I live. I had to drive like an hour at least to find a bookshop, and they finally opened one, and I can go. I think it is actually closed right now, which is really sad, but you know, I'm doing this, I'm getting organized for the future. That's what I'm doing. Also, it would be nice because I can just take out my phone when I'm like on the bookshop or something like that and see like really what is it that I want to read, instead of, oh, what do you have? Oh, look, this looks interesting, I'm just gonna get all of this, and, you know. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, like I actually really enjoy doing that, but I do want to prioritize the books that I want to read. So the most important thing for me is to check out different authors that I have not read from yet and jot those down. I think that would be like my main goal with this, because like I said, I have a really small selection of books that I can actually get where I live. I can also order them online, but I can't do that right now. I think it will take like 2 months for them to be here. Like, I just want to have a list of books and authors, basically. So yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's get started with my list. So I've been here a while now. I don't think that writing every single book down is going to be possible, because I have I realized a ton of books, and also I've been doing some research on some of the books to see if I actually really want to read them or not. And I came up with a little list of authors that I want to read from, books that are like just general books. I have sciencey type of books. I have classics that I really want to read. I've made a list of sci-fi and fantasy, and then I made horror thrillers. These are just really not that many, but they're the ones that I really want to read. So yeah, I do kind of want to show you the little book journal that I have set up for myself, that I need to sort of update with all of the stuff that I just pulled out from my list. So as you can see, I have this little TBR thing right here, and I have to update these, obviously. I have my Stephen King, because I want to read every single Stephen King book out there. So my wish list, which I will update right now. I do have this little like Brenda Sanderson thing that I have to get them, because I want to read his work. This is like a little missing on my shelves that I need to get. The Cosmere Long and like the dates, the live streams are going to be. And then I started doing these for the weeks, and just like bookstore run, so I would see like the books that I was hauling and also what I was reading and things like that. But I did that, and obviously it didn't really work. I was not using it. I was not doing like the color coding things. So I think hopefully the Goodreads page will actually be like a little bit more useful. I also really want to start doing my reviews, like after I finish the book, just write, because I don't have any of them. But I do really want to get started with those and just like write out everything that I've thought of the books. I also do want to start taking notes in like a notebook or something, just to have sort of like a journal of the books that I'm reading and all of my thoughts and things like that. I'm done with my organization type of thing. I am really happy with this, because basically my Goodreads is finally organized. Yay! For classics, I really want to get more Jane Austen. I am about to read my very first Jane Austen novel. Maybe I'll even blog it, which will be Pride and Prejudice. I'm reading that for the Magical Readathon. I'm super excited about it, but I do want to get more of her works, because that's the only one that I have on my bookshelves. I do really want to get those. Realize that I don't have as many thrillers as I would like to have on my bookshelves. Like, I've read them, but I've read them mostly as an ebook, which I don't like that much really. So I definitely need to get more of those. I realized that I don't have as many Stephen King books as I thought, because I've read more and I would like to get those. And also I have a book like The Talisman. I have the second book, but I don't have the first one. I don't know why. I really want to get The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I've seen it in a bunch of booktube videos. I think that will be it for this video. Definitely go ahead and follow me on Goodreads, add me as a friend, because I would also really like to check your Goodreads. What are you reading? What are your favorite books? If you have reviews in there, I would love to read them as well. So do really add me as a friend, please, please, please. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful for someone, or if I got you like inspired, just like organize your reading life. And it's nice to just have sort of like a system, if that makes sense. So yeah, that will be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I guess I will just see you in the next one. Bye.